Alright. Let's see here. It's 2 plus 5 for skills, plus 4 from intelligence, plus 5 from, uh, background. Let's go. That's not good roll.
Do you have like a +1 from like your incremental advance, or did you already factor that in?
I added that in.
Okay. So,
God damn it.
Technically, we're still an adventure tier.
Yeah.
No, this is definitely a champion tier environment. He's trying to do this to what will be an epic tier artifact. Okay.
Damn.
That is just not enough. Which means that the ritual is, you complete it. Dwohurim goes through the process, and maybe you, because Manaki, you love like storyline and thingy stuff so much, you can flesh out how the ritual goes. After all, you're the one who devised this with your crazy dwarven bullshit. The main problem, and this is an unforeseen complication, is that the power of the magic from the scroll is simply too vast. It is far beyond anything Dwohurim has wielded. He is surprised by it completely, and it takes him aback. The energies of it are chaotic, not unsimilar to what comes through the Iron Sea. And what ultimately results is he puts more power into the ritual than he intends, more unchanneled and unfocused power. The result isn't immediate. The item does awaken, and he is able to communicate with it, and he achieves the results that he wanted, but he thinks that something's gone wrong with it, and he can't identify what all the extra power did. He knows too little about the device to make a judgment call on what... Not botching the ritual, but it didn't go well.
Man, fucking stupid dice roll. Motherfucker.
A 20 would have been a basic success. Higher rolls would have resulted in perks.
This reminds me when I tried preserving Bree Melkor's body.
It's not even truly random. It's predetermined by a stupid seed thing in the computer that tells it what to roll.
The seed said it was a 3. Fucking nature.
When you use a computer, when you actually roll that 3, that means that it would always been a 3 when you rolled it, until you asked it to do another random decision.
If we use the Roll20 system, it has those quantum dice. That would be random.
Yes.
But here we are with MapTool. Us fucking scrubs.
Yeah. God damn it.
Anyway,
you
one
can
chance.
never have true random
I
numbers.
won high and
digital
failed on a
system?
3.
Anyway,
At least it wasn't a damn 1.
yes, that would have resulted in greater complications.
Proof everything and get nothing out of it.
No, you still would have gotten the magic item. I wouldn't have allowed you to lose the device, but that would have been terrible. Thankfully, that didn't happen. So you got this done. That will have taken an extra day. You'll be on the 6th of Fire Seek, and basically you guys can decide like whether you want to get on the fucking boat and leave immediately, because you certainly can.
Yeah. I mean, we're being hunted, so...
Yeah, as quickly as possible.
Do we have any loose ends otherwise?
So, that would be my question. Whatever
Calibro?
things that you want to like handle or address, like you can do it if you ever come back to Drakenhall later, but by then the situation may have changed.
I mean, I think Fargus will want to tell Feral that he's leaving and that, let's see.
That one thing, it's gonna be awkward, but...
Like the dragon guy is sort of after him.
Oh. There'll be like, well, that's unfortunate, basically. You know what, appreciate that, and, if I need you in the future, I'll find a way to contact you about that favor.
You have room on that boat.
Good luck, yeah.
I'll remember to tell them when they kill me that you were my friend.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I know sheep. So insensitive to dragons.
Fargus doesn't care.
So,
it's all good.
So, yeah, that can be handled. Anything else you folks want to address before you get the fuck out?
Cry.
You can do that before next session. Alright.
Just preemptively cry during the entire week.
And you'll
This
have some
happens
time.
when you choose to evoke your ritual.
I'm not sure whether we'll have a week-long break or a 2-week-long break. I've been thinking of a 2-week-long break for some time. This seems like it might be a reasonable way through which to insert it. To have a nice, like, what do we do next? How will the trip to Newport go? Because next session, the players will voluntarily get back on a boat and head across the calm and cool Midland Sea.
Yes.
No,
You say calm and cool.
Yes.
Certainly
Yes.
geared up for the worst, like hammering extra boards on the
mean,
windows of the boat.
We still have
Making
that
sure there's some
artifact in case
post-apocalyptic
things
thing.
goes to shit.
Yeah, we do, but what about my pony? I could only take it and like
Yeah, I know.
3 of you guys with me. Who would have to stay behind because of it?
Free?
No, you can take the entire party.
No, but
Yeah, but I couldn't take the entire party and the pony.
No, which means that he's
unless
gonna
Luke
leave one of
stays
you
a
behind.
box, I suppose.
No,
Leave
no,
the box behind,
no,
it's fine.
He counts even as a box.
God damn it. Well, we have to throw him overboard then.
no.
And
To bring-
another reason for the a break, which might be 2 weeks, it could still be 1. Depends on my mood and how I can prepare material for you folks outside of Dragon Hall. I would like to welcome you all to level 5.
Yes.
Alright.
Thank you.
Now I have to do a ton of magic.
That's it. Clear your incremental advances. Welcome to Champion Tier.
My magic items slots.
Shit. All of your Champion Tier magic items now only take 1 slot.
Right. Fargus will certainly grab that staff then.
Yes.
Unless anyone else wants it.
Poor Death Speaker.
Well, the Death Speaker would, of course, like his staff back.
Nah.
I mean, I guess.
He attacked us. He has to lose something for that.
He
Better
lost
stuff than
his
life.
pride, and that's worth more than anything.
And his money.
And his money, you did
That's
take
worth
his
more
money.
than
as well.
anything, so he won't mind his staff then.
And he also is now going to be hunted by the Black Fang.
I mean, he really made some bad life decisions here.
And, just removing his tools, because he was getting the +2 to attack rolls and +2 to damage rolls, just means it's harder for him to help you.
He's gonna help us?
Well, yeah.
You told him the story of Brie
actively
Melkor.
help us?
You'll be going on the boat with you guys.
Yeah, he's here to be a buddy.
Death Speaker doesn't see any reason, why he shouldn't stick with you folks for now. He'll be safer from the Black Fang with you, and then he can still do some of the stuff that he did with putting the undead at rest. Anyway. He just didn't want to be in Dragon Hall. That was his fucking point. I don't want to be here.
We get another icon relationship, and I think it's fair to put it with a... I'm thinking negative the 3.
Yeah, I thought so as well. Maybe.
At some point.
Everyone gets negative relationships with... Yeah, that'll be
I mean,
great.
yeah, right?
Can I take conflicted?
You probably
No,
could.
that wasn't even a serious suggestion.
As say,
anyway.
with any icon relationship things, you will have to explain to me, at least, and to yourself.
Oh, I'm positive with the Dwarf King. He hasn't done anything to hurt me.
I mean, I guess we could take, positive with the
'Cause-
Emperor
'cause
or
it's wor-
Archmage as well.
Because it's worth noting, your icon relationship dice are about utility and their connections that people associated with those icons, both good and bad, will recognize. People who are hostile towards the Great Gold Worm know who Thomas is, because Thomas is affiliated with the Great Gold Worm. So if you say tie your horse to negative relationship with the 3, that means people who are connected to the 3, both good and bad, will recognize you. Which means you might get requests from, say, the Lich King to be, someone who serves Lich King to be like, hey, I don't like the 3, you don't like the 3, we can help each other out. I can give you some aid. And then Fargus will flip his goddamn table and be like, no!
Might put it in the Archmage positive.
But I'll be like, but it's a negative relationship. No!
I mean,
That's
you
how
can see,
that-
I'm willing to sell out the High Druidess because she's a bitch.
That's how negative relationships go. Like the negative relationship with, say, the High Druid that Dwohurim
Directly
had.
opposed.
Put him in connection with a green dragon who practices necromancy. Which for Fargus would be like, fuck! But for Dwohurim it's like, alright.
Yeah, I mean, it's not an evil Dragon Druid, so I mean that's good. And I mean, if Dragon Druids and Green Dragons fight each other, let him have it. It was not out of liking Ajax that I didn't want to kill him. It was out of his death being more useful as being thrown in front of a Sahagin.
So yes, negative relationships are more confrontational. They tell me that you want to fucking like roll in the mud with shit, which you're certainly more than welcome to. If everyone picks like fucking negative relationships with the 3, then you have certainly
we get hunted. We get so hunted.
You have demonstrated where you want the story to go, and you might get assistance from all manners of people, from the Crusader, from the Orc Lord, from the Lich King.
None of these sound like good things.
I go on with the Archmage, because I like the Archmage, and so far I've done well.
Yeah, negative relationship dice are like the enemy of my enemy approach, where, people who dislike icons will be like, no, I'm doing Dark's thing here,
Conflicted ones are hard, and positive ones you have friends with.
I could maybe pick conflicted with the Emperor, actually.
With the Emperor?
Yeah.
I don't know how much we've interacted with the Imperial system, really.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it as well, but I think the Emperor really sort of is much more the law aspect of the Empire, the governance.
What you would basically have to do, you'll have to explain to me how your characters have leveled, is basically, you might even write a fucking short story about how, hey guys, so during the campaign events, this happened, and explain, make sense of whatever icon relationship die you take, because you understanding how your connection works is pivotal to you making use out of that connection whenever you roll 6s and 5s.
Yeah, alright. Maybe conflicted with the Archmage will be better, since we have helped him on several occasions, but Fargus doesn't really...
agree with everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
With the Archmage and conflicted with the High Druid? Holy shit!
Yeah, Fargus is kind of a mess, I know.
He's a troubled man.
He has no
two
friends.
places. I just want everyone to live and be happy. Why can't you understand that? And they're both like,
just leave each other alone and
but the
everything will be
little
fine.
weak bird get eaten by the hawk because it's weak. And the argument is like, well, I made an owlbear.
Well, he
He's
made
like,
that.
I don't agree with any of this, though.
Well, he created that. That's kind of different. It didn't evolve naturally.
Yes, but the consequences that came around, because Manaki got he hit with all of his icon relationship dice, this session was built to showcase stuff from Dwohurim, and that involved the device that he's so interested in learning, which roll with all of his icon relationship dice, and also I thought it fitting to bring in a figure from Dwohurim's troubled past. An individual he crushed with lightning, seeking...
And then crushed again.
Yes, crushed again. It is, it amuses me.
It seemed like poetic justice, almost. Stay down, as it happened.
But I don't know about justice. It does have that, it is darkly humorous.
A delayed double tap.
Let's see, what's my racial power called again?
Is that your best shot?
Yeah.
Like you fucking fried her.
I guess that's the word that utters when he sees her.
Like, you fried her in session 8. That was half the campaign ago.
And I'm still using the same trick. Damn it.
You are
and
still...
this multiclassing really fucking delays me. In one incremental advance, I get better spells.
Do we get to roll our dice at the end of this session?
You will roll your icon relationship dice for the final time as level 4s.
Alright.
So without adding your extra dice, and Shape, I'm not sure whether you want to have more icon relationship dice as far as I understand.
You get points.
You don't have to have Oricon relationship dice if you don't want to be more.
You know, I'm just doing the opposite because apparently I didn't quite understand icon relationship die, but I think at this point I do, and now I feel empowered to make use of them. So I'm probably even going to pick the thing that lets me re-roll everything that is not a 5 or 6.
You know, icon relationships dice are really good. They're a way for us to creatively impact the world. It's as far as I see it, at least, it's the sort of mechanic of cooperative storytelling.
Yeah, I think I just didn't embrace them enough before. And I think from now on everything will be far better.
It's kind
In
of hard
fact,
to
I'm probably going to roll 3 6s, and I'm going to give you something by tomorrow, Gryph.
We need to see the 6s first.
Now I'm too afraid to
3
click my
6s.
macro.
So, what were you
Actually,
saying,
I want
Goger?
everyone to have 3 6s.
What were you
I mean, it's kind of hard to know how much bullshit you can make up and like where the limit is.
Nope.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to weave what you want into storytelling purposes. So, what's transpired and Fargus triggered, I will roll Griffin God, I guess.
One Gryph.
5 on the Lich King.
I'll roll a little bit.
That's the third time in a row I get on 5.
I think this is one of the least ones we've had.
You did get a 6 with him last week. So you did have that, and that's what connected you with being able to talk to Theral, the Ever-Living.
No. I thought it was a 5, but maybe it wasn't.
The 5 was 2 weeks ago, and that's what gave you the information from Ali, the Alchemist.
Yeah.
It was delayed because you couldn't speak with her until the downtime.
Yeah.
I think this might be the first session where I didn't get any 5 or 6s.
If it's happened before, I can't remember. Let me go ahead and roll his relationship dice.
I haven't done anything.
He did use his incremental advance beforehand to increase that, so yeah, that holds.
So we have 2 6s and a 5. I think 3 is probably the least.
See, if Gryph is not around next session, though, well, I mean, I guess he did use his stuff rather well whenever he wasn't around. We'll see.
Yeah, he did.
You'll just need to actually get the time to communicate with me.
Sure, I have found a way to stop whatever horrible thing you did with the plane. It's fixed now, don't worry about it. Also, I have saved Lord Trapp's life remotely, and our boat is now flying. It's an airship, so just wanted to tell you that, Dapper friends. I'm out. And that was horribly useful. Yeah, we should have him not be here more.
Yeah, Manaki, the question for you then would be, which one of those did fix your mistake, and which one of those made it fly? Because how did the Prince of Shadow do either?
He probably is one of the guys who have access to all the black market artifact sales, and he somehow got, I don't know, it doesn't matter. If it works, it works. I won't guess
a scroll of flying ship.
So yes, put some time into thinking of justifying how your characters have leveled and how your characters have become more invested in the world with another icon relationship die. Because it's about utility, which means that whatever connection you develop is able to be useful to you in some way for the process of cooperative storytelling, which is what the mechanic is for. And that's actually why I like another reason why I like having them at the end of sessions, because it gives you folks more time to think about it. Because, I mean, if we do it at the start of the sessions, who's the best ad-libber? Me! Because I'm God.
I just noticed that level 5 also means a new class talent, apparently.
Means lots of new spells.
It means new class talent for you because you are someone who gets that. It means loads of new spells for the guy who has access to level 5 spells, which is only Fargus right now. It also means something else very important. Your damage bonuses. Now this is a bit equivocal here. Like, your damage bonus modifiers that you get from whenever you deal damage with anything go up from being your ability modifier to 2 times your ability modifier. So when you add your intelligence to your damage result, you no longer just add your intelligence. You add 2 times your intelligence.
So plus 10 damage to everything. Nice.
If you have a +5 wisdom modifier, you now add +10 to damage rolls instead of +5. You deal more damage. Yes.
I think my favorite thing about that actually is, well, good job using that out of 20. I think my favorite thing though is now my Chaos Bolt on a miss deals 13 damage. Which is pretty good.
Go home.
I deal 5 damage.
So I get to add double my my Constitution onto my miss.
Let's see here. So I can level up my shield, probably. Just gonna do that. What else can I do?
Part of me is tempted as a player, though I need to think of why. I can think of some reasons why, actually. But to increase the my Lich King connection. Possibly just for drama, partially.
Recoveries, do they go up? Like how much they are worth somehow?
I mean, they go up to 5d8.
One more dice.
Just one more dice everywhere. Every time?
I do believe the value is doubled as well at champion tier to double your Constitution modifier.
Ah, yeah.
So I have 5d8.
Where do I see that? Is there like a?
It would be on page 168 of the core rulebook. At 5th level, you double the bonus you get from your Constitution modifier.
Yeah, I'll take it. It's a 5d8 plus 6, then that's pretty solid from what I've had before.
Yeah, I still have d6s, which is pretty.
We stay with the 8 number.
I have 5d8 plus 8.
Yeah, the die doesn't change, just how much you add to your Constitution. Of course, you get an extra die, so it's the 5, d whatever.
Yeah.
No, but the number of them, maximum 8.
We still have 8, right?
I don't think that changes ever.
You still have whatever value at the D that you have. So if you're rolling d6s, you're still rolling d6s. If you're rolling d8s, if you were rolling d10s, you'd still roll those.
No. We're talking about the total number of recoveries per.
Oh yeah, that's almost always 8. There's only a few exceptions of that, and none of you have classes that qualify for that.
And I don't
my
think
exception
there's
is just because I've got a belt.
anything else that I get actually.
That. I don't know how to spend the icon relationship dice, but I can already start leveling my token.
Yeah,
I had an idea for the High Druid, but the Lich King, not at the moment.
Let's
I think
see here.
I think it might be one angle.
I now have 5 item slots then, if I buy with this thing. Which means that I'll have to let Icy go for a little while.
Icy's just handed around.
Hey, Dark, the miss damage thing is an exception for you. Does the feat thing that you said say that you get to add double to the miss?
I will check that for you.
Yes. Because that's an exception that isn't governed by the rules. So if it does say that it upgrades its damage value, then yeah. If it doesn't, I'm not so sure.
At level 5, add double your charisma modifier.
There you go.
And since I'm using con for everything that's charisma based, there you go.
Yeah, page 138. Got it.
Go. I'll just make.
Which is nice because that's a lot of miss damage. Well, assuming I'm engaged.
So long as you aren't fighting kobolds, which, if you trust what I said ever so long ago, you won't be fighting goblins and kobolds.
I'm partially thankful for because I've been using a lot of them.
Let's see here. Even though my level is delayed by 1, I still get the ability ×2, right?
Yes. Your character level is still 5.
Yes.
It's just your spell. It's like your whatever progressions for the 2 classes.
It will matter to my longbow and my little greatsword. Because I don't get anything to damage with any of my spells. So,
I kind of really want that staff though that the guy got, because it will be so good for my flame spear.
But you don't include people in that attack, do you?
I do. No, I don't.
You have to target them.
Yeah.
If I use a fireball, for example.
Yes.
I can burn people.
Then it's not really useful at all.
No, it still gives a +2, which is a nice implement.
It still adds +2 to your attack rolls and +2 to your damage rolls. It would be your spell casting implement. Your problem there is just that The other ability of it, you wouldn't make use of it unless you actually did start targeting allies.
Yeah.
And you would have to deal with the weight of that quirk, as well as binding yourself to it.
Yeah,
Which means that if any other magic items came around, it'd be like, oh, I'd love it. Oh, wait, fuck, I gotta have this.
Yeah.
I'm throwing you out with the garbage, Blackheart staff. You're dead to me.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, I'll keep my spear then.
I mean,
We can let him have it back then.
Don't you want to be paranoid about what others are planning to do to you while you sleep?
No, not really, actually.
There we go. So unbinding the icy greatsword and just carrying it with me. Can I still use it as a normal greatsword?
It would be a normal weapon for you. Yes.
Good. That works perfectly fine.
Yeah, so
Because that actually changes only the +1 and the damage type.
if it's not your magical item, if you don't like bind with it, then it's not magical for you.
Nope.
It's just a
Well,
normal
if I
item.
bind with it, I will go crazy. So I probably won't right now. Maybe if I don't get another one before I get an incremental advance, I can take the item slot.
Yes, this device is currently counting as 2 magic item slots for Dwohurim.
It is, and I have 5 slots, so
Sure do.
I want to keep my implement because.
But since you're all friends with the death speaker and everything, I will go ahead and reveal his basic stat block that you took down.
Yeah, he could own any of us.
Rare
Hey,
exception. His weakness was armor class, and
He's probably a guy who's going to come in handy in a pinch.
his weakness is armor
Yes.
class, and how the 13th age system works. Level does matter, but it doesn't factor. Like, level determines like defenses primarily, but it also determines like attack power and stuff. But Bree had so much more health despite being a less level because she was double strength, and that really adds on hit points. So it made her like a hit point soak, whereas her defenses were really low in comparison. Her physical defense was 15, you know, and her AC was 19, which are low for you folks with your high attributes and your magic items. The Death Speaker here, he did not have as much hit points as you've seen on some people. Calorel had more hit points, but he has defenses. It's just that armor class happens to be his weakest defense, which almost never happens in the game. For his abilities,
Those nice crooked hit point calculations.
yes, and as for his abilities, you saw those at work. His telekinetic grasp that can target 2 nearby or faraway targets. Telekinetic crush, which you felt. And whenever you get close to him, the Hand of Agony.
Yeah, we show those old birds. Alright. Well, having those at our side will be good.
And
Sure.
If we're attacked on the boat or something. Hopefully he will stick around for a little while. Get to Newport. We also have Gen Zeros coming with us.
Yes.
Although he probably will leave after we get to Newport. It should be easier then to get another boat.
Gen Zeros is only accepting this basically like as a way for him to like bounce out of Newport, you know, and disappear. And you know, you convinced him. He is being hunted, and he does really love Dragonall because it's his home. And he's willing to.
But-
You know, it's a way for him to get rid of the horrible influence of the city. If he steps away, he can properly embrace mercy and compassion and forgiveness. Dragonhall just forces violence.
Seems like Antacora might be the place to go.
He might do that.
Might also not be the hardest place to go in, you know.
It is such a peaceful, pacifistic, and tolerant city.
And who knows? Maybe the forest is actually a decent place to be now that this winter's hit. Maybe the druid's actually spending a lot of time trying to get rid of the unnatural cold. Oh.
Perhaps. If they're not the ones causing it, which I doubt, but you never know.
I mean,
I mean, they do have lots of power.
that is true. They might very well be the ones who are causing it.